How would you like to enjoy all the holiday food without worrying about the weight gain? You might be thinking, oh, come on, Dr. Islam. Don't blow smoke up my Christmas stockings. Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss fact and fiction when it comes to weight gain during the holidays. I'm going to give you 4 common myths when it comes to weight gain during the holidays, and I'll give you 4 subsequent facts that will refute those myths that you actually may be surprised to learn. And at the very end of the video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that I recommend to minimize or eliminate the weight gain during the holidays. Guys, let's talk about food. Howdy y'all, Dr. Islam here, aka your poop guru, trying to give you, yes you, the best tips and tricks so you can live your best life from the top all the way down to the bottom. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and newsletter where you get great tips and tricks like you're learning in today's video. Myth number 1, most people go up a full dress size or pant size during the holidays. The story goes that most people during the holiday time from Thanksgiving to Christmas eat so much food they actually go up in a pant size or a dress size, in essence because you're gaining about 7 pounds. This is a very common myth and it seems reasonable given all the yummy foods we have during Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the holidays and the get-togethers in between. But this is a complete myth. In fact, did you know the average person only gains about 1 pound during the holidays? I know it seems crazy giving all the yummy food that we want to eat. And here's what we know based on a recent study in which they checked volunteers to see how much weight they actually gain between Thanksgiving and the New Year's. And it's only about maybe 1 pound at most. It was not that much. And it was surprising to me to hear that. But this is the actual truth when it comes to weight gain during the holidays. Myth number 2, holiday treats are the reason why some people actually may gain some weight. Now I know when I see these holiday treats, I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so good. Full of yummy carbohydrates. Oh, yummy sugar. Oh, cream. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. And that certainly can contribute when it comes to weight gain. But calories are calories no matter where you get them from. And the problem sometimes with some of the sweets is that they're small, but they pack a lot of calories. Now, this goes to fact number 2 because the main reason why you actually may feel like you're gaining weight is actually you are having a lot of bloating and water retention more during the holidays than other times of the year. So fact number 2, most of the food that you're eating during the holidays actually contributes to more water weight, water gain around the belly, and bloating. This is why you actually may feel like you're gaining weight. All the foods that we enjoy during the holidays, whether it's sugary carbohydrates, salty foods, cookies, crackers, cake, all those foods have substances in them to make it more likely for you to feel bloated, distended, and you feel like you're gaining a lot of weight just right there in that belly. But in addition, it actually causes you to retain more water around that abdomen. So that weight that you're feeling is actually water weight that you're carrying around as opposed to actual fat itself. And as soon as you go back to your normal eating habits, typically that water and that bloating will go away. Myth number 3, if I exercise, I can minimize the weight gain. Now, in a recent study, they actually looked at the role of exercise when it comes to weight loss and weight gain during the holidays. Now, I would assume naturally that the more I exercise, I can burn off those calories, have a good workout, and be able to maybe eat whatever I want. That was actually not shown to be true. In fact, when you compare individuals who did not do any exercise versus those who exercise 5 hours per week, they actually had the same amount of weight gain. So the exercise actually didn't seem to help out. And this goes to fact number 3, exercise all year round is how you actually lose that weight. Now, exercise is a great component of healthy living, feeling better, improving your endorphins, and living your best life. And knowing that exercise may not help out with weight loss during the holidays is not a reason why you should not exercise year round. Helps develop muscle tone, get your guns swollen, bone density, helps out with your mental well-being, and it helps out with digestion and sleep. However, this study reminds us of a very important truth. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. Literally, abs are made in the kitchen, and there's really truth behind that saying. Myth number 4, the best way to beat weight gain during the holidays is to bank your calories. Now, the idea behind this is that because you know you want to enjoy your holiday meal, that's gonna be good and yummy and just full of yumminess, you're not gonna eat all day and then have all those calories at night with the goal of eating basically whatever you want. Now, I used to think this as well. I thought, hey, this is a great idea. I'm just going to backload all my calories so I can just eat whatever I want and not have to worry about, eating healthily. What I found and what the studies have shown is that we do a terrible job of doing this, but more often, whenever we try to bank our calories at the end of the day, we actually overcompensate by eating more. We are so hungry, we're just putting all this food in our head, and it's not food that is good for you. You're not banking calories to have a whole plate of broccoli and vegetables. No, the first thing you go to are the sweets, the yumminess, the food that your body wants to have, but it knows it's not good for you. So those sweets and calories actually add up. So you actually end up eating more food than what you should have been eating, and you go over your calories for that day. So fact number 4, the best way to not gain weight during the holidays is to have a normal eating schedule. Have your normal breakfast, lunch, and then have your dinner as well. Eat normally in terms of your pattern. That way you're not starving yourself throughout the day to the point where you're overcompensating at night and overcompensating with the wrong types of food. All right, now that we talked about some of the common myths and facts, here are 5 tips that I recommend that you do during the holidays so you don't gain that weight and you can be slim and trim and feel good for that need. Number 1, really stay hydrated. You really need to stay hydrated during the holiday season. During the summertime in July, when you're sweating, when you're outside, of course it makes sense. You're gonna drink water because you're outside, you're losing water, you're feeling thirsty. During the holiday season, when it's cold, it is hard to really notice that you're losing water. So you need to drink water all the time, especially during the holidays, because this is the time when people don't realize that actually may not be drinking as much water as what they used to be drinking. In addition, water will keep you fuller longer, so you're not eating as much. And if you're not eating as much, you're not gonna gain as much weight. My recommendations, 2 glasses of water in the morning when you first get up, 1 glass before each meal, and 2 glasses right before you go to bed. Tip number 2, I already mentioned this, don't skip your meals. It is very common to do this, and unless you've already had a pattern of doing intermittent fasting throughout the year, don't make the holidays the time to do that. Banking calories during the holiday time is probably not the best way to do this because you will overcompensate, and you will overcompensate with the foods that you should not be overcompensating on. You don't want to go crazy on those cupcakes, those cookies, those desserts. No, don't do that. If you want to maybe start implementing intermittent fasting, I would wait till after the holiday season when you're not surrounded by all these yummy, delicious foods. Number 3, be careful to not drink too much. Now, I'm not talking about water here. I am talking about alcohol. Now, I know people want to enjoy the time. Alcohol is a great way for people to de-stress, but I will tell you, alcohol is a toxin in your body, and people respond to that toxin differently. When the alcohol can cause damage to your gut, to your liver, to your pancreas, to your esophagus, it can cause you to gain weight as well. There's so many calories in alcohol drinks that people don't realize how much alcohol they're intaking, but more importantly, they don't realize how much of that alcohol is counting towards their caloric intake. And then secondly, alcohol can also lower your inhibitions, cause you to eat more. You're like, it's all good, man, I'm chilling, I'm just gonna eat. That's what happens when you have too much alcohol. Not only are you having the calories from that alcohol, but it's lowering your inhibitions to make you actually eat more, or at least not have that resistance to not eat as much. You don't think about what you're eating and you're not as mindful about what you actually put in your mouth. Tip number 4, remember to eat your vegetables first. I know you don't want to think about veggies during the holidays, but here's what I want you to think about. Put your veggies as the predominant meal with the other yummy stuff around, but have your veggies first. They are bigger, they take up more space in your stomach, they are not as calorically dense, and they make you feel fuller longer and more often. So if you add mainly vegetables to your plate and have that first, then you can enjoy everything else afterwards. You won't eat as much of the things that are maybe not as good for you, but you can still enjoy them and not have the weight gain. And then tip number 5, remember, the holidays are more than just about food. It is the time to get together with friends, with family, to have a good time. I want you to enjoy yourself. Food is a way to bring cultures and people together, and we all enjoy hanging around our friends, especially if there's a good meal around. And so I want you to use that time to be with your friends. Maybe after dinner, don't go straight to the dessert. Maybe go hang out with your friends, talk to them, go for a walk and talk. Remember what the holidays are for, and really cherish that time you can have with your friends and your family. So here's my call to action to you. Use my tips to see if you can help out with the holiday season. Enjoy the holidays, be with your friends, enjoy the food that's out there, but do it mindfully, do it carefully, so you don't regret your decisions when it comes to after the holidays. All right, guys, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter and my channel, where you get great tips and tricks like you're learning in today's video. And if you want more tips on what I recommend to help you with weight gain and weight loss, click on these videos right up here. And guys, don't forget, let's talk about poop. Thanks, everyone.